fellow Southern Cameroonians, brave warriors for freedom, my dear people of Ambazonia. Today is Monday, the 11th day of March, day of our Lord 2019. Accept revolutionary greetings from me. As you must have noticed, I have a cold, and so my voice may very much not be the same. But today, we are going to examine one very important issue. That is the creation or the coming into existence of the so-called Northwest Southwest Peace Commission. Although they haven't come out plain to say exactly what it is, that is an initiative that is being sponsored by the current Prime Minister, head of government of La République du Cameroon, Chief John Ngute Joseph. Now, when I look at the composition of that commission, it makes me want to laugh. It is true that these are not moments for laughter, but there are moments you really can't help but laugh at some kinds of actions that come from some quarters when you expect that those people concerned are supposed to be much more reasonable, that they are supposed to think better than that, and that they could do better than some of the things that they are proposing and coming up with. I have seen prominent on that list Honorable Enwe Francis and Honorable Mbile-led. Mbile-led is out of parliament right now, but he was in parliament on the ticket of the CPDM. Honorable Enwe Francis is still in parliament on the ticket of the CPDM. And one other prominent member, Dr. Ningwanyam, is also of the CPDM. Plus someone who contested, did everything possible to get into the Senate of La République du Cameroon. That's someone I've generally always thought deserves a lot of respect because of some of the ideas he holds. I know he's always called himself a born-again CPDMite. But let us look at this commission. The Northwest Southwest Peace Commission. Another commission. And of course, it confirms what we all know about La République du Cameroon. I had said it before, that Mr. Paul Biya and his government are like a carpenter that has only one tool. That tool is a hammer. So every other problem that comes before him only looks like a nail. And all he does is pick up his hammer. So he has only two ways to react to situations. He either creates a commission or he sends out his army. And that's exactly what is before us right now. Now let me get down into that commission. Honorable Enwe Francis is a friend, very close friend of mine. He's a brother because we're all from Momo County. He is from the Widikum local government area. We've met a lot of times. We've talked the problems of that country a lot of times, even before this particular struggle, before our restoration quest took this dimension. Honorable Enwe Francis, I have nothing against you, absolutely. In normal circumstances, I should have called you to talk to you in the background, but it wouldn't serve the purpose because our people need to hear what I'm about to say regarding the existence of this commission and the role that you purport to play in it. Honorable Enwe Francis, you will recall that in the early days of the consortium, you are one of those officials who came close to the consortium to talk to the leaders of the consortium. You talked to Agbobala. You talked to Dr. Fontem Neba. You talked to Patasan Wilfred. You talked to Barrister Bobda Harmon in Mboten. You talked to a lot of people. You talked to too many of us. But recall that the main ingredients that you thought the government had in hand to solve the problem was proposing positions of responsibility to the members or leaders of the consortium as a way out of genuine requests that were being made on behalf of the people of Southern Cameroons. So when this commission comes up, and you are leader of this commission, and I know because you are not the only one from the CPDM party who came up with such proposals. Even Mr. Fru Jonathan Mujingne, who himself has been running after his own ministerial appointment, had ministerial appointments to propose to leaders of the consortium as a way out. I want you to note this. If that is a package that the Northwest Southwest Peace Commission has for the leaders of this revolution, if that is what you people are still thinking, take note that those thoughts, take note that your commission and its mission will be, and I even declare it right now, dead on arrival. Will there be positions enough for Mr. Paul Biya to give to 8 million Southern Cameroonians? Because this is not only a problem of a few people. It is a community problem. Our people are dying before your own eyes. Honorable Enwe Francis, that was stage number 1 I just raised. Let's cross over that and go to stage number 2. Do you recall that in the heat of the protests leading up to the arrest of the leaders of the consortium, you led a delegation that met Prime Minister Philemon Yang at the time and worked so hard with other stakeholders, and you even received at the presidency, where you proposed the recruitment of 1,000 teachers into the public service to fill the yawning gap, to fill the big gap for the Southern Cameroons technical education subsystem. You made that proposal that 1,000 Southern Cameroonians should be recruited into the public service for the technical education system in the Anglophone subsystem, as it was called at the time. Your proposal was received. It was welcome. Minister Famonongo and others were very excited about that proposal. And at the end of the day, what did it result to? It resulted to the recruitment of 1,000 bilingual teachers. And of those 1,000 bilingual teachers, I don't even know what bilingual teachers are. I don't even know what their mission was supposed to be. And I don't even know what they have been doing. Among those 1,000, how many of them came from Southern Cameroons? You join me in doing the count, Honorable Francis Enwe. How many of them came from Southern Cameroons? Because of whom the project was put in place? Less than 100. Does that tell you something? Does that tell you that nothing good can ever come out of that system that you people are serving even over the blood of your people? Honorable Francis Enwe Ebie, I just raised this so you understand that there is no point wasting our time, that there is no point continuing to act this drama that Mr. Paul Biya and the French colonialists are acting with regards to our people who are being slaughtered before your very eyes every day in droves. Let's move to the next point, Honorable Francis Enwe. You are a member of parliament in La République du Cameroun. On at least 2 occasions, your colleagues of the SDF and other parties have insisted and even demonstrated physically to have parliament discuss this problem, to have the parliament of La République du Cameroun discuss what is happening to their so-called brothers and sisters of the Northwest and Southwest, as you call it. Honorable Enwe Francis, the CPDM party vehemently opposed any mention of this particular problem in parliament. And you are a parliamentarian of the CPDM party. If you cannot be given a chance to talk about this problem within the parliament where you are purportedly representing these same people who are being slaughtered, what then do you think will come out of this so-called Northwest Southwest Peace Commission? What do you think will come out of it? Why are you wasting our time? Why are you and your other colleagues who are still loitering in that parliament against the wishes of the people of Southern Cameroons doing this to us? You know that what you are putting in place is just an opportunity for those who will be in the commission to enjoy some free money flying around the world for so-called meetings with the leaders of our restoration quest who are based in the diaspora. Recall, before you, Ngole Elvis, Gogomo Paul Mingo, and a good others traveled to various countries. You know what happened in Belgium. You recall that Professor Elvis Ngole and Mingo Paul Gogomo were meant to go to Canada. They never went because they saw what happened in Belgium and they knew exactly what was awaiting them. They saw what happened in South Africa with the other delegation that went there. And so they knew what they were to expect. They never went to Canada. And we all know what they published in their reports because, of course, you are aware that I have copies of those reports that were sent to the Presidency of the Republic. And I even made a good lot of, I made the content published, public in several circumstances. Nothing ever came out of that. What is the use of all those movements? You will remember that Mr. Paul Biya is the one that declared war on the people of Southern Cameroons. We never declared war. So when you say you are putting a peace commission to come meet us or talk to us about possible ceasefire, I wonder, it's like you meet a man pounding his brother, giving him serious punches, and the brother is trying to defend himself, and you tell the brother, no, fold your arms first behind you and stay quiet so that we can now beg this man who is pounding you. Why he will continue pounding? So I cannot beg him whether he can consider stopping. Honorable Enwe, wisdom requires that you should have moved, set up a delegation, move to Mr. Paul Biya, who declared war on our people, and ask him to declare a unilateral ceasefire, withdraw his army of occupation from our territory. And then we can start thinking of having some forms of negotiations with those monsters. Otherwise, I wonder what you are thinking in your mind. I know you haven't forgotten that the so-called DDR, that's the Disarmament Commission, is headed still by one of you of the CPDM. Hon Enwe Francis, how far have they gone? The Bilingualism Commission is headed by one of you still of the CPDM. Peter Mafani Musonge, what have they done? Oh, according to Mr. Paul Biya, Southern Cameroonians are resumed to the reduced to the CPDM party. I want you to take note of this, that we, and take note, I'm serious what I'm saying, we who are part of the leadership of the revolution leading to our restoration quest, because I want you to know, although we call it revolution, we're actually in a restoration quest, because we are not revolting within the setup of La République du Cameroun that they should improve living conditions. No. We are seeking to restore the independence of our territory that was botched in 1961. That we suddenly found ourselves under a new form of colonialism and slavery. We are not going to talk to any member of your commission in private. I'd like you to take note of this. Not even in public meeting will we sit to say, these are the people of that commission that are constituted, that are talking to us. Take note of this very well. You and the members of your commission have one window, and one window only, where you can have a meeting not only with us, but all Southern Cameroonians in one space. And you will not be coming there as being the Northwest, Southwest so-called Peace Commission. You should come as bona fide Southern Cameroonians. Instruct your members, rush to every airliner you can, or go to the U.S. Embassy, pick up your visas, pick up the next available flight, and be part of the All Southern Cameroons People's Conference that will be held in Washington, D.C. on the 29th and 30th of this month of March, 2019. There, you will have the possibility, like every other Southern Cameroonian, to exchange your views with all of us. Gone past that opportunity, we are never going to have any moment to sit down and be talking with you until you have gone and cause the parliament of that your adoptive country, because I know that you, like all of the other so-called CPDM elite, don't live again in Southern Cameroons. You have all moved to the foreign country, La République du Cameroon, that has adopted you. And that is where you are sitting and thinking you will decide solutions to us from there. Until you cause the parliament of that country, where you still belong, against our wishes, to discuss this problem there. Unless you are able to let them allow you to talk about the problems affecting the people you claim to be representing at that parliament, I don't think you have any. I don't think you have the local standing to come talking to us about what is happening in Southern Cameroons. You people parliamentarians, with all the carnage going on, we haven't heard you. Even in a simple press release. In other countries, no parliamentarian will go to sleep when they're slaughtering his or her people in cold blood on a daily basis. Honorable Enwe Francis, you are from the Widikum constituency. That's the entire, because you are from the entire Momo, whether it's Momo West or Momo East constituency, I've forgotten that kind of cut. Before your very eyes, a widow was escorting the corpse of her husband in the company of her daughter-in-law and others to go bury in Widikum. Soldiers stopped them, stopped the funeral convoy, shot the widow, shot her daughter-in-law, shot the son right before your own eyes. There in Widikum. Don't tell me that you were not there. You are supposed to be in your constituency. What was your reaction? What was your reaction to such an inhuman attitude? And for you, Mbile, you sat in Boya and requested that La République should send more soldiers to come kill our people in Southern Cameroons as a solution to the ongoing struggle. You did that. And today, you are a member, a leading member of the Northwest Southwest Peace Commission for real? I think some of these things end up more or less like a provocation. And I want therefore to draw your attention to the fact that even if today, and I say this in the direction of your wives and children, that the kind of blind loyalty you are showing to Mr. Paul Biya and to the CPDM, even when they are slaughtering your people on a daily basis, is such that even if they come to your own home today, rape your wife, rape your children before you all, and even kill some before you, all you will do is sign a motion of support to Mr. Paul Biya. So I pity those who call themselves your wives or your spouses, and those who call themselves your children. Thank God, some of them have decided to rebel against the stark inhumanity that reigns in you all. I think that if our forefathers who left the House of Assembly in Enugu in eastern Nigeria, where the Southern Cameroons was being administered under British colonial rule, if they never took the courage to live as one people and come over to Boya to establish the Southern Cameroons House of Assembly and eventually put in place the Southern Cameroons House of Chief, to make our country what it really was before 1961, we would not even have an expanse that we call the Southern Cameroons today. Remember that Honorable Solomon Tandem Muna and Honorable John Gu Foncha took the pains to say their disappointment, to say their shock with see exactly what their actions in 1961 led to. And they didn't stop there. They moved right to the United Nations head office in New York, United States of America, to register their concern and to say their desire to see this union ended. What are you all today? I'm sure you parliamentarians, both from the opposition and CPDM, are aware that with your mandate, with your extended mandate about to end, there will be no elections on our territory. There will be no elections in Southern Cameroons. And I tell you and I repeat it, all of you, do the honorable thing just before that mandate, which has just a few weeks, expires. Do it now. If you resign even 1 week to time, you will make an impact. You'll be passing a message to the world that you are tired of seeing your people slaughtered like dogs, slaughtered like chicken, that you can't take it anymore. Then we will begin to see you as Southern Cameroonians again. We will begin to see you as people who are worried, as people who are concerned about what is happening to their brethren. Until that is done, we consider you enablers of the genocide going on in Southern Cameroons. Until that is done, we consider you all as being accomplices. We consider you all as even participating in this genocide that is going on your own people. I want you to know this. If you, in creating this commission, if you want to show us that you are, to show us and to show the world that you are committed in resolving these issues, take this lesson about commitment. This is from Pat Riley, a former NBA player and coach in the United States of America. He said, there are only two options regarding commitment. You are either in or you are not. There's no such thing as life in between. If you are committed to your people, do what is right in the sight of man and in the sight of God. And lest you forget, draw the attention of your murderous regime that we, the people of Southern Cameroons, are done with anything that has to do with Yaounde. Mr. Paul Biya should have known this when he descended on the leaders of the consortium on the 17th of January, 2017. He forgot this lesson from James Allen that I'm about to share with you, that no situation can be difficult of itself. It is a lack of insight into its intricacies and the want of wisdom in dealing with it, which gives rise to the difficulty. Immeasurable, therefore, is the gain of a difficulty transcended. If you talk to your people and let them understand that the only way out of this situation is for Mr. Paul Biya to declare a unilateral ceasefire and withdraw his army of occupation from our territory and make them grow to understand this, you'll be doing a service not only to yourself, but to humanity as well, not even just to us. I know that some of you belong to that school that believes that we are just wasting our times, that Southern Cameroons will never be a reality. Take this message home. Southern Cameroons will be a reality. We may be facing difficulties. I saw Dr. Nick Ngwanyam, in responding to Comrade Mark Barra, make some kind of statements that made me realize that he just doesn't understand. Because he says sometimes that he referred to what he considers as disorder in the ranks of the leadership of this struggle. Oh, yes. Dr. Ningwanyama, I just want to tell you and all of the other doubters about the reality of Southern Cameroon, because Southern Cameroons is real. It's just a matter of time. Take note that sometimes dreams are like eggs. They are hatched in stages. We have already crossed a lot of stages, and we will be getting there. Let me close this communication by saying one little thing about the upcoming All Southern Cameroons People's Conference. I know that there are still some people who are having some apprehensions with respect to the fact that we say everyone should come together. I know there are nationalists like myself who feel disturbed that what, with all the killing that is going on, do they have any reason ever to sit down with those who still continue to feel that this incestuous relationship with La République du Cameroun should continue in any form or shape, call it federalism or unity state or decentralization or whatsoever, to the point they think that it is a treasonable act that some of us are committing wanting to hold this conference, they will want to hold it. But I want to let you know, I want us to share this very, very important vision from a man of God. He says, sometimes a man with vision can become a fool in order to become a pool of wisdom at the end. Is it not true that people groan before tasting glory? It's also going to be true with us in Southern Cameroons. There is nothing wrong sometimes in falling, but each time we fall, we must gather the pieces and get up. People have been making a lot of noise about this or that trouble in the struggle, but we are putting our acts together. Yes, we will be united. Yes, we will work as one team. Yes, we will be able to overcome all the difficulties before us. Yes, we will put our acts together and let the world know that the only way to bring solution to our people is not through the prism of the administration of La République du Cameroun, but through the people of Southern Cameroons themselves. Yes, we will be strong enough to let the world know that Southern Cameroons will be a reality. Yes, we will put our acts together in time enough to let the world know that the time to start talking about Southern Cameroon as a standalone country is now. I think the United States of America saw once more that that country hates truth, because I listened to my former colleagues George Ewane, Ibrahim Sherif, and all others dissent seriously on Secretary Nagi Tibor, that is the U.S. Undersecretary for African Affairs, because he made clear and truth comments about the situation going on in Southern Cameroons. The entire political class in La République du Cameroun has insulted the United States, insulted this gentleman so seriously, although he's en route to Yaounde. What else does the United States of America need as ingredient to know that this is a rogue system, and to know that the people of Southern Cameroons are gentlemen and women who don't need to be unevenly yoked with these pythons, who don't need to be unevenly yoked with these haters of humanity, who don't need to be unevenly yoked with these people who have no regards for mankind. I think the time is now. If you haven't registered your name online for this conference, do it now and make sure to be there. God is with us.